On theme with today's video, go drop your pronouns down in the comments if you feel comfortable to. No pressure, but if you want to, go leave a little comment down below with your pronouns. Mine are he, him. Hey Spuds, it's Jamie. Welcome back to another video. Your first video on the channel. I don't know, but welcome either way. I'm very glad to have you here. Thank you for clicking on the video. And today we are looking at strangers being asked their pronouns. I don't know how they're going to react. I'm not sure what's going on. I found a few TikToks. I found a few longer compilations from the same person. I just found a bunch of videos where it's that whole street interview type content where people are like, hey, how tall are you? You think you're 6'3"? Let me get the tape measure out. You're actually 5'7". I've seen those and they're very interesting. I don't know how I feel about a lot of them. My biggest feeling is I could never have the confidence, and I hope you asked people if you could film them. And also I kind of hope they're not just all set up and scripted, because yeah. Anyway, today we're specifically looking at strangers getting asked their pronouns by these street interviewer type people, and I think there's also a couple that are like on live streams. So yes, I don't know what to expect really. I'm hoping there's going to be at least some good stuff in here. So are we ready? Yay.
First question is, what pronouns do you use?
Normal ones.
Well, that's a fantastic start. Normal ones. Technically does not answer the question, because I guess in this person's head, she, her would be considered a normal pronoun, so still not really sure how to refer to them. So I will be using neutral, which I guess they may not consider normal. Sorry.
What is a normal pronoun?
Just what you'd expect.
Okay.
They, them?
No. He, him.
Oh, okay. So, okay, he, him pronouns. Got you.
Was that so hard? Do you know, I feel like it's sometimes when you ask people questions, they're either being like deliberately difficult or they're just not understanding you. And then you get the answer and it's like, was it that difficult to get such a simple answer? I feel like it happens a lot when people get themselves a bit stuck in a fib and you keep asking questions and you're like, why are you finding it so hard to answer this question? I'm not saying they're lying. I think it's being deliberately difficult, but it's that sense of just somebody really, really trying not to answer what you're asking them, and in the process looking a little bit silly. Normal ones. They're not normal.
What are your pronouns?
US and A.
I'm sorry?
US and A.
He seemed, sorry, don't know the pronouns. They seemed so proud of US and A. US and A seems so proud of saying US and A with their pronouns. Oh my god. Oh yeah, US and A. I'm so funny.
Okay.
My pronouns.
Okay.
He, him, I think.
Okay.
Male pronouns.
What pronouns
Cool.
do you use?
I wouldn't say I'd use certain pronouns.
So if I was to address you, how would you like me to address you?
Just by my name.
I've not ever really heard about it in a genuine way where people just want to be referred to with their name. Every time I've ever seen it happen, it's always somebody just being a butt. And like, oh no, pronouns don't exist. I don't use pronouns. What are these woke concept things? It's like everyone does have pronouns. There would be some form of pronoun usage. Yes.
She, her.
Questions is, what pronouns do you use?
I guess people call me he, him.
Okay, cool. Pronouns do you use?
He, him.
Okay, cool. First question is, what are your pronouns?
He, him.
Okay. What pronouns do you use?
I use he, him.
Okay, cool. Okay, what pronouns do you use?
I go by he or him.
Okay, so most people, well, like, yeah, do you know what? I can answer this question. There's like different extremities of like people being like transphobic or having those kind of opinions. And it's like a lot of people will still acknowledge like that pronouns are a thing and they have pronouns and they use pronouns. Might not like being asked their pronouns, but won't be like US and A. And then there's the people who are just like, yeah, what are these
Pronouns are just for woke people. I don't actually use pronouns.
It's like, really? There was something came out, was it a Wisconsin school or something? Was like, oh, we're banning pride flags and pronouns. And it's like, good luck trying to teach a class without using a single pronoun, because it's not just he, him, she, her, they, them. There's other types of pronouns like you, we, I. Most people answered. That's refreshing and nice to see.
What pronouns do you use?
I don't use pronouns. I just use my gender, which is male.
Okay.
Like, but what do you mean? Everybody has pronouns.
Well, like, it would be he, him, but like, I don't really do that stuff. So
He's so desperate. He's just coming across as like really desperate and really fearful of people thinking that he's pro-trans or that he's like that way politically inclined, you know, to be like open-minded.
He's like, no, I cannot be seen as not being transphobic. I must come across as like a non-woke person who hates the pronouns.
Like I do use pronouns. Like, yeah, like he, him, obviously people have to refer to me, but like I'm not into that stuff, so like it's not really the same, is it?
Why are you against using them? If you know what they are and you like have to use them because you identify as a man, like, why are you against using them?
it's just not what I personally believe in. I don't judge other people for believing in that, but my personal beliefs is just
Cool.
I mean, thank you for throwing in that bit about not judging other people's personal beliefs. I am slightly judging just because logically it doesn't make sense. Whenever I've seen this stuff in the past, it's very much somebody who's like, no, I don't want to be labeled as such and such. Like, I guess it's someone who doesn't want to be an asshole and is kind of like live and let live, but at the same time is still really scared of coming across as like woke or as accepting of other people, because pronouns are not inherently a trans thing. They're not inherently like a liberal thing. They're not inherently anything. Pronouns are just a fact of language. They're just something that we use for so many different things in different contexts and that we use to refer to each other. It is as simple as it's impossible to avoid the fact that pronouns exist in this world, and it's people with this kind of opinion and worse opinions who are the ones who've very much gone like inherently pronouns are categorically a trans thing, and to accept pronouns is to accept trans people, and that is not the case whatsoever.
What are your pronouns?
Trump 2024.
Well, I'm glad we didn't start on that one. That was very it's so confident. Trump did not have to think about that. 2024 knew.
What is it?
Gucci.
Mr. Velociraptor.
Nowadays, I'm just a sober gopher.
What is that? I don't know what it means. It's this new term for gender inclusivity.
Is it dependent on the type of interviewer sometimes? Like if they get like a bunch of people who just don't answer properly, is that because that's what they've chosen to leave in to like highlight
The stupidity of pronouns.
So pronouns are a new term for gender inclusivity. Yeah, because you know what? Up until 5 years ago, I didn't even know what a pronoun was. You couldn't be misgendered. It just didn't exist. The trans people, the transes, the transgenderisms have created pronouns in the name of gender inclusivity. That is the whole reason why this entirely new section of language has just sprung up out of nowhere. It's not as if we had pronouns for hundreds and hundreds of years. I mean, there are pronouns in the Bible, okay? Like, get over it. It's not a newfangled thing for gender inclusivity. Again, this is somebody who's just purely linking pronouns with being trans. If you use pronouns, if you accept pronouns, if you use pronouns, you're trans. If you accept pronouns being used, then you accept trans people and gender inclusivity, and anybody who sees that as a bad thing, just go away.
You're not gender inclusive? Bro, come get some bitches in Beverly Hills.
That was quite horrendous. The answer was significantly worse than the interview comment. A lot of that is going to be blurred and extra beeped, and yeah, I hope never to meet this person.
What are your pronouns?
Pronouns. I forgot what that mean, bro. I'm from the hood, bro.
I do wonder if there is a genuine element of that. I don't know if this person is saying that in a genuine way or just to avoid answering the question, but because it's something that a lot of cis people have never had to think about. They've never had to think about the way they're referred to, the pronouns that are used. It's never been a question. It's never been a consideration. It's never been a worry. There is the high potential that there's a good chunk of people who just don't really understand what that would mean to be asked, what are your pronouns? And that's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with being like, I'm sorry, I don't know what that means, and then somebody explaining it. That is not a problem. And I can see how somebody who's never had to think about it before could be like, could you please elaborate?
What are your pronouns?
My pronouns?
Yeah, what are your pronouns?
Huh? And what?
Hey.
What did that mean? When he said my pronouns, I was like, he looks like he's like squaring up to be like, why are you asking my pronouns? That's what I was expecting, like some kind of confrontation. I don't understand what just happened.
What are your pronouns?
Him, the man, the boss, that dude.
Fair. Cool. That's great.
What are your pronouns?
I'm she, her.
Why?
Because I identify as a woman and I feel it's what best defines me.
What are your pronouns?
He, him.
Nice. Why?
Basically convenience as much as anything else and consensus.
What are your pronouns?
Bro, I'm a he. What do you mean, fam?
I know.
I'm a he. Bro, I'm a he.
Oh.
What does it look like to you? What do you think I am?
I don't know. I'm just asking you a question.
Fam, I have a beard. I have a nice smile. I'm a pretty boy. What do you think?
I don't know if that was a joke. That's the other way people could get, is like, look, I know what you're asking me and I accept the question. I accept that I have pronouns, but why are you asking? Is it not obvious? I can't tell if he was legitimately mad. He was coming across as legitimately mad, and then he was like, I have a nice smile, I'm a pretty boy, and he sounded a bit more like not seriously upset. So I don't know. This is the best compilation we've seen so far. Everybody answered. Most people answered very positively. One person, it's questioning whether they answered like with a little bit of confrontation over why you asking me this.
Clearly I am man.
Or if they were just kind of joking around. I would like to go. Let's just go with the joke.
My pronouns are she, hers.
Cool.
My pronouns are she, they. Thank you for asking.
Lovely.
Well, don't start with me now, Jess. Don't start with me now, please.
Okay.
The character is he, him, obviously, but I'm she, her.
Okay.
My pronouns are she and her. That's what I go by. But also, you can call me that bitch, because sometimes I really be that bitch.
Love it.
What are your pronouns? What?
He, she, her. I mean, her.
What?
She and her.
Was there someone in the background saying pronouns? Did anyone else hear that? I'm so confused. Most of this has been fine, except the one guy who was like, no, do not start asking me questions like this.
What are my pronouns? She, her.
She, her.
And why does people keep on asking me that? I'm a freaking regular person. I'm a girl. Gosh. I'm definitely not trans. I have a boyfriend.
The answer to that question was the gift that kept on giving. Most of that was totally fine. That was fine. That was not bad. Just the offense of like, oh, you're asking me that. Does that mean you think I'm trans? I'm trans. I have boyfriend. I'm trans. I'm trans. Like, but she was like, I'm not trans. I have boyfriend. I don't know what the boyfriend's relevancy is in the answer. Okay. I do think there's been a deep misunderstanding from some people that having pronouns, being asked your pronouns, is in some way like offensive to them because they automatically link it with transness and then see transness as a bad thing. That's kind of my train of thought on a lot of this. Being asked your pronouns, if you're like cis and you've not thought about it before and it's not a thing for you and you just go and people will use pronouns for you all day, every day, it's not a problem. Just like, it's such a simple question of like, yeah, he, him, she, her, they, them. I mean, I feel like if you're using they, them pronouns, you're probably not cis, but you get what I'm saying. For a trans person to be asked what are your pronouns, particularly somebody who uses a combination of pronouns or gender neutral pronouns, which are not always going to be the assumed pronouns, and so anybody that has pronouns and maybe pronouns that wouldn't automatically be used for them, most commonly because they're gender neutral or they're very early in their transition, it really means a lot. Like, you've seen a couple people say thanks for asking, like someone who uses she, they pronouns has said thank you for asking, because it really makes a difference. And like, knowing that people are aware of your pronouns and will refer to you correctly, hopefully, is a really nice thing. It's just a courteous question. We don't go about assuming people's names and go like, hello, you look like a Maisie. I don't know where that name came from. I was thinking of, is it Maisie the Mouse? Was there a TV show with a mouse called Maisie? Anyway, you look like a Maisie and you look like a Richard. That is how I'm going to refer to you. I don't know why I've just picked up a pen. I've been like fiddling about with a pen, so now I have a pointer. I feel very official. You are Maisie, you are Tom. We don't do that. We were like, what's your name? Nice to meet you. I feel like it's not an abnormal or bizarre thing to then be like, and what are your pronouns? That feels just like a really common sense question to me. There are significantly less options, like the number of names are a lot. The likelihood that you'll come across somebody who uses pronouns outside of he, him, she, her is relatively uncommon, and then it's even more uncommon that you'll find people who use pronouns that extend outside of she, her, he, him, they, them. But it's still a really nice thing to ask, because the assumption that you might make is not necessarily going to be the correct one, and that can even go for cis people. There are some cis people who are gender non-conforming and often get misgendered, and being asked their pronouns and knowing that someone knows the pronouns and will use the correct pronouns can also be really nice for those people as well. It's not just a trans thing. I find it bizarre that it makes people so angry, but then I remember that it's because those people inherently link it with trans things and they don't like trans things, and then I'm like, oh yes, transphobia. I still don't understand transphobia, but it explains the anger over pronouns in these people's minds.
Hello everyone, so recently on twitch.tv/LoisBuckin, I've been playing GTA and asking people their pronouns. We got some very questionable answers, to say the least.
Alright, what's your pronouns, mate?
AC-130.
Get away from me.
My prelims?
I would cock.
Larry and Gary.
Mod chip kiss.
That's the president right there.
A dinosaur.
An attack helicopter.
I'm a dinosaur. Attack helicopter. Why are we so far into this video already and attack helicopter has not come up? So this guy goes on GTA, like online, and asks people their pronouns. Online gaming spaces feels like one of the riskiest places to bring up this type of question, and feels like you would get the most interesting answers ever. It's not something I have ever attempted to do. Obviously not ask the question online, but to converse with strangers in online gameplay, it terrifies me. I have only just started dipping my toe into talking to friends whilst playing online games. And even that's like, ooh, this is fun. No, in a good way. Sorry, that was really sarcastic. I do enjoy it. It is a lot of fun, but like I get a bit anxious about it to begin with. I could not imagine speaking to strangers about the game, let alone asking questions like this, because I have just heard the most awful things. Like, I feel like, correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I've heard, it's like opening up Twitter. You could find some good things, but you're gonna have to filter through a lot of that.
So today, I thought we would go out in public and ask people their pronouns. Excuse me, missus, can I ask you a question?
Excuse me, missus. I feel like an assumption has already been made.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
What's your pronouns?
She, her.
Thank you.
Cool.
She passed the vibe check. Excuse
You
me,
passed
mister.
the vibe
Mister. Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question? What's your pronouns? Thank you.
I could never. No, my social anxiety is, I'm getting secondhand social anxiety right now. I couldn't do it. Also, because this is a video where people are getting asked their pronouns, when they don't respond, I'm trying very hard to not gender. I'm just gonna roll with that as a method to approach this video with. The person with the headphones, I can't tell if they were just like, I hate your question, or I hate the fact that you're asking me a question regardless of the question. It felt like the former, because they were like, can I ask you a question? No. That's what I'd be like, okay, I'm so sorry for taking up part of your day. Have a lovely day. Goodbye. You do not have to answer my question.
Excuse me, mate. Can I ask you a question? What's your pronouns?
I don't know what that means, sorry.
What are your pronouns? What pronouns do you go by?
I don't know what you're talking about, sorry.
Thank you. Let's go.
Again, I can't tell if there was like a genuine, I'm really not sure what you mean by pronouns, like because like it's not had to be thought about before, or if it was like I don't want to answer your question, I don't understand what you're saying, and I'm saying I don't understand what you're saying just so that you go away and stop asking me this question.
Excuse me, girls, can I ask you some questions?
We're actually on our way to a
Do you think you could spare us the bullshit for 1 minute?
Oh, really? Really? Well, what's your pronouns? What's your you got any pronouns?
I can't get over that. No, I'm still no. You do you. I think there is a limit where you need to like stop bugging strangers on the street. But I'm so happy for the level of confidence.
Hello there.
Excuse me, sir. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
What's your pronouns?
He, him.
Yes, let's go.
I'm gonna assume from the reactions that the interviewer likes the fact when people just answer regularly and is not on board with people being buttholes about pronouns. It seems to be something that he does a lot based on the GTA thing, and I think there's another video here that we might be watching that is from the same person. Yes, cool, pronouns.
Hello, girls. What are we talking about? Can I ask you a quick question?
Yeah, go.
What's your pronouns?
She, her.
Thank you, and what's your pronouns?
She, her.
Thank you. Excuse me, ladies. Ladies, I come on urgent business. Can I ask you a question? What's your pronouns?
What's our what?
Your pronouns.
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 Can you answer? What are your pronouns?
My pronouns are he, him. What are your pronouns?
Love it. She, her.
Thank you.
Okay, I feel like, were they American and they just didn't understand the Scottish accent? Pronames. They had pronames. What do pronouns sound like in a Scottish accent to Americans?
So, what's your pronouns?
Huh?
What's your pronouns?
My name?
Yes.
Yes, okay. My name is Peter Parker.
Peter Parker, thank you. Spider-Man is casually doing some delivery orders, guys. Excuse me. What's your pronouns?
I am not on board with the public jump scares. No, if someone did that to me, I would not be happy. That would probably be me.
Excuse me, missus, can I ask you a question? No, well, all right, okay. Yeah, should I just go f myself then? Great. I would if I could!
I have opinions about this video beyond the pronoun thing. People get really mad. But two, I can also, like, you don't have to be happy about somebody running up to you and putting a microphone in your face and asking you a question just randomly and holding a camera. There's maybe like a limit to the rudeness. I don't know, like a happy medium of just like, if you don't want to talk or be on camera, just like, no thank you. But this guy is quite persistent.
Ed Sheeran, excuse me. Ed Sheeran's not in the mood today, guys. Excuse me, mister.
Okay. That's probably not the first time they've heard that, and that's maybe why they didn't want to answer a question. Just do not.
You seem a happy man. What is your pronouns? No. He goes by no self. What is every single one of your pronouns? Great. What is your pronouns, sir?
My pronoun?
Your pronouns.
None. I ain't got none.
He ain't got none. He ain't got none. None of that fancy shit.
What is this for?
That's for.
Can I just talk to you?
Can you talk to me? Just me. Me and you. You want to go somewhere secret? Come on then. Let's go. Come on then. Me and you. I think he fancied me.
Okay, interesting.
What's your pronouns?
What's my what?
Your pronouns.
Him.
Yes! Thank you, sir. Jeff Bezos isn't a bad man after all, guys. Excuse me, I love your shirt. Now, what's your pronouns? I think he's in the closet. Excuse me, can I ask you a question? What's your pronouns?
She.
Thank you. What are your pronouns, missus?
Sorry?
What are your pronouns?
My what?
I feel like so many people are not under. It's like everyone who's like, excuse me, what? So far, I feel like has not been Scottish. So maybe they are not understanding the accent. Certainly seems to be what's going on here. Excuse me, what are you trying to say to me?
Your pronouns.
What?
Sorry, what is your pronouns?
Pronouns.
Yes. You don't know what pronouns are?
Pronouns.
Like what?
Nouns.
Nouns and that. Yeah, like nouns and that. What's your pronouns, missus? Think fast.
Give examples. Like if people are confused, be like she, her, he, him, they, them. What ones do you use? Because maybe she's. Oh, I just assumed. But maybe they're like, I don't know. I don't know what you're asking me.
She doesn't know. She's in the closet, guys. Excuse me. You definitely know. Can I ask you a quick question? What's your pronouns?
She, her.
Thank you. What's your pronouns, sir?
Oh, sorry?
What's your pronouns?
My pronouns.
Pronouns, yes.
My him.
Him, yes. Put it there. Thank you. What's your pronouns, sir?
I knows what that even means.
Knows what that means. There we go.
I feel like that person knew what that meant.
What's your pronouns?
My pronouns?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
You have no idea? You don't know what your pronouns are?
No. What do you mean by that?
Like, what are your pronouns? What pronouns do you go by?
I still have no clue.
He doesn't have any clue. Sorry, guys. Come on. Let's go.
I wish that he expanded a bit on it though, because like I don't believe that everybody who's like I don't know what that means is being an asshole or being difficult. I can't tell who is being difficult and who is not. Some people will definitely be just saying that to be difficult, but I do think there's a lot of people that are like, I've not had to think about that. I don't remember learning about that in school. I don't know what you're asking me. Could you elaborate? And if you just go pronouns, he, him, she, her, which ones do you use? I think a good chunk of the people that are like, I don't know what you're asking, would then be like, oh, these ones. There would be some people that are like, go away.
What's your pronouns?
What's what?
Your pronouns.
My pronouns?
Yes.
I don't know.
Have a deep think.
Pure blood now that I'm non-vaccinated.
Pure blood because I'm not vaccinated. I think that's currently winning the award for worst answer. Certainly worst answer of this video. Definitely knew what was being asked. It's like bad on two fronts.
So we've been kind of joking around, but now it's time to get serious. So if you're wanting some homophobes that will give you dodgy answers, let's go to the football, eh? Excuse me, lads, can I ask you some questions? Yeah. Yeah. Is that a mic? Is it on? No, I'm just holding it for a laugh. So what's your pronouns then?
What's my what now?
Your pronouns.
My pronouns?
Yeah, your pronouns.
Him.
Yes, good. What about you, sir?
Same.
Self. What about you, sir?
Him.
Thank you. What about you? You look a bit fruity, sir. What's your name?
Alex.
Alex, what's your pronouns, Alex?
Him.
Yep, you looked a bit confused there. Sorry, he might be in the closet, guys. Let's go.
This guy doing the interviews. Wow. And we're done with that video.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Asking Strangers Their Pronouns number 3.
I think this is the same guy.
Hello, my friends. What are your pronouns?
Pronames?
Yes.
What does that mean?
What are your pronouns?
Pronames?
What pronouns do you go by?
Ali.
Ali. Thank you, Ali. Thank you.
I think a name was just given. So many people are like, pronames. What's a proname?
Can I ask you a question? It's not a good time. Well, my dog just died, so I'm pretty sure it is a good time. I'm alright, mate. Can I ask you a question? Oh, no, alright. You don't want to...
Nobody wants to answer a question.
Okay. Excuse me, my friends. Excuse me. What are your pronouns?
What's this for?
OnlyFans. What are your pronouns?
Pronouns?
Yes.
What are pronouns?
No, I don't know. Sorry.
He, him, she, her.
We're he and she.
He and she. Thank you.
Okay, they got it. All he needed to do is give some people examples because they don't understand his accent.
Excuse me, my friends. What do I want? I want to know your pronouns.
Oh, him, her, him.
Her, him, her, him, her. Thank you. What's your pronouns?
He, him.
Yeah. And what about you, my good friend?
He, him.
Thank you. Have a good day. Put it there.
Fight.
Thank you. Have a good one. See you later, my friends.
Okay, he's getting some answers finally. I feel like the person who's like him, her. I think maybe he was answering what are pronouns because he said him, her. There's like, maybe he uses both. Who knows? That's fine too.
Excuse me. Oh, American. What are your pronouns?
I gotta go back to work, sorry.
Back to work, sorry. That's a new set of neo pronouns.
I feel like, but if you're entertaining a conversation by the time the question has been asked, I would have just answered. Unless that particular person was not comfortable about telling a stranger their pronouns, that could have been the case.
Can I ask you a question?
Help me!
Okay.
What are your pronouns?
He, him.
Oh, thank you. Put it there.
Cool.
Well done. Have a good day, you handsome man. Excuse me. It's okay. I can come with you. Where are we going to work? Can we go on holiday together?
I don't think so.
No.
Hello. Come here. Come here. What are your pronouns?
Him, he.
Thank you. Put it there.
Fight.
Thank you. Excuse me. I love the look of you. I love your outfit.
I love yours.
Oh, you do? Thank you. I wear this every day. Can I ask you a question? Yeah. What are your pronouns?
He, him.
Thank you. Put it there.
Oh,
I love
that
you.
was a
Hello, my
lovely
friends.
interaction.
Oh, you got a fright? It's okay. I know it's outfit. Okay, that's okay. You look very pretty. You handsome devil. Can I ask you a question?
Depends what it is.
Yeah. What's your pronouns?
Oh, what? Sorry?
Your pronouns.
Ugh. Pronouns. Ugh. Disgust. Absolute disgust. Also, I'm sorry if you heard my tummy rumble. I'm very hungry.
What are your pronouns?
What?
What are your pronouns?
Pronouns.
Yes.
Pronouns. What's
Yes.
the pronouns?
Yes.
Maxim?
Maxime.
Yeah.
Thank you, Maxime.
Some people are just hearing name. Pronouns. Pronouns. It's a bit difficult to understand sometimes.
What's your pronouns, mate?
My pronoun?
Yeah.
She.
She. Oh, that's funny.
No, she.
She.
Yeah.
Good one.
I feel like some piss was being taken right there, potentially. by the attitude.
Excuse me, my friend. You're not escaping my hands. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, sure.
What's your pronouns?
He.
Yes, put it there. Well done.
Why?
That's it. That's it. Thank you. Excuse me, can I ask you a question?
Sorry, no.
Indistinguishable.
Can I ask you a question? What's your name?
I'm John.
My dad's called John.
Right.
Okay, so John.
Right. Too close.
Closer, closer, closer. Okay. What's
Yeah.
your pronouns?
I don't do pronouns.
I don't do pronouns. Just none of the pronouns. I've just decided to eradicate it from my language.
What do you mean you don't do them?
I don't do pronouns.
So you identify by nothing but your name?
Yep.
So if I said he, that'd be incorrect.
Good question.
Correct, but I
So you
don't
do have
use-
pronouns?
I don't- yeah, I mean, obviously, if somebody's referring to where if somebody's referring.
Did you do English in school?
Well, yeah, but. Well,
You've been bamboozled.
Oh my god. Why? You don't have to try that hard. Just accept it. But you have pronouns, you use pronouns, it's okay. It doesn't mean that everybody's suddenly going to think that you love trans people.
What are your pronouns?
Pronouns.
Yes.
Pronouns like what?
What pronouns do you go by?
I don't know, man.
What do people call you?
Julius Caesar.
Julius Caesar.
Yeah, Julius Caesar.
Thank you, Julius Caesar.
Alright, thank
I
you
thought
very
you were dead.
No, I am not dead.
He's on Deliveroo now, guys.
The amount of people who just think they're being asked their name.
What are your pronouns?
I'm just kind of he, him, I guess. Stereotypical of my appearance and very accurate to them as well.
That was a good answer.
I love you.
Yes, that was interesting. In conclusion, there are multiple reasons why people do not answer what their pronouns are. One is genuinely not understanding the question. Two is not understanding what someone is saying because there is an accent or language barrier. Three is not agreeing with pronoun usage. I think that's kind of it. It's those three. Most people seem to just be like, the f are pronouns. I'm not answering that because I don't want people to think that I'm trans friendly or woke. Yay. Yeah, it's really bizarre to me, the connection people make between like trans people and pronouns. I'm thinking that pronouns are just a trans thing, and by giving pronouns, people are either going to think they're trans or they're trans friendly or whatever, and they don't want one or either of those things to be occurring. And it's like, it's okay. Everyone has pronouns. Everyone uses some form of identifier, whether that's a pronoun that is more typically used, like he, him, she, her, they, them, or if it is a less typically used pronoun. There are pronouns out there for everybody. Yes, it's okay. And actually, and being asked your pronoun is kind of, it reminds me of the outcry over gender neutral language being used in certain medical settings where it's like,
oh my god, this is excluding me. Why are we using gender neutral language? This is really bizarre. I don't understand why this is happening.
I was like, it's just so that everybody can be included at a step where not everybody's gender is understood. Yay! So asking people's pronouns, it really makes a difference to the people where they're not always gendered correctly, or where they use a combination of pronouns or pronouns that people maybe wouldn't typically assume were being used, like they, them. It can make a very positive impact to somebody's day to be asked their pronouns. But being asked your pronouns, if it's not something you ever really have to think about, and it's just you use like the typical pronouns that someone would expect for you, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal just to answer, and I don't know why some people got so irate. It was very interesting to watch. Let me know what you think of this video. Let me know what you think of this. I also could never be one of those people that asks strangers questions in the street. You will never find me doing that. No, thank you, please. I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, as always, thank you so much for watching, and think about giving the video a thumbs up and subscribing if you want to, but no pressure. And as always, thanks again for watching. I'll see you next time. Much love. Bye.